password fatigue, why you're tired, and how to fix it. Don't go anywhere because we got a whole lot to unpack. Are you tired of remembering dozens of passwords? You are not alone. It's called password fatigue, and it's a serious, serious problem. Did you know the average person has over 100 passwords? No wonder we're exhausted. Stay tuned, please. Amasia Starr, the professional Olympic hopeful, the forever Olympic hopeful, is going to show you how to keep your account secure and how to combat the stress. So basically, if you ever feel like you have brain fog, if you're forgetting your passwords and different things like that, and it keeps telling you weak password, or you can't reuse the same password because of cybersecurity risk, yep, you're suffering from it. You're suffering from it. I want you guys to understand that password fatigue, I don't know when it started. I really don't, but I know that I don't like it. We have over 24 billion passwords leaked every year, and that's why they keep wanting us to change our password, tell us it's weak, and different things like that. They want us to use things like one password, or Bitwarden, or the two-factor authentication, and it can get very confusing. They have different biometric authentications like Face ID and fingerprint ID, fingerprint logins. You name it, I'm over it. Yeah, I'm tired. I have password fatigue. And maybe you do too. We're going to try to go to a place at some point in our lives where we're going to have what they call a passwordless. Hopefully we'll go back into that type of a society where we won't need passwords anymore. I would welcome it. Please, wherever you are, give it to me. Because I am definitely suffering from it big time. I first started realizing that I was suffering from password fatigue when I was in college, and having to keep up with all the different passwords and changing them, and having to have my phone and different apps along with my computer, so this one can verify that one and that one can verify that one. It was just too much. I'm not even going to lie. I'm over the pins and I'm over the passwords. And if you're feeling like I'm feeling, I don't know who we need to get in contact with, but we're like, help us. We're done. At this point, I don't care who takes my identity. I can't even find myself. As a forever Olympic hopeful, you guys, this has been a problem that I'm just hoping that I can just put a little spotlight on. Like I always say, on your mark, get set, let's go. So basically, when you're signing up for a service and your device creates a unique cryptographic key or pair, one key stays on your device, which is a private key, and the other is stored by the service, public key. So when you're logging in, your device authenticates you with Face ID, Touch ID, or a PIN instead of a password. That's the future, and that's why Passkeys are going to be much better. They're coming. They're on their way. And you guys have to understand, too, with no more passwords, we don't have to worry about phishing attacks and different things like that, and people trying to, like I said, take your identity. Okay? So all across devices, it's going to sync with your iCloud and your keychain and your Google password and your manager. I know, it's a lot. Big companies like Apple and Google and Microsoft, they're already rolling out passkeys to replace passwords. I'm so here for that. So here for it. So what else can I say? Yeah, something is coming. We're going to be over the passwords. Don't worry. I got you. Also, in a second, let's get into some other things, okay? It's time. Quotes. Okay. If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. That's my girl, Shirley Chisholm. She's basically telling you, like, when it comes to us getting exhausted about passwords and we feel hopeless, like there's nothing that we can do, we can always do something. We can always take control of our own identity, okay? So got to get a seat at the table. We need more people going into cybersecurity, which is something that I'm starting to think about as my master gets closer and closer. Okay, another one. You can't be what you can't see. That was by Marian Wright Edelman. Basically, we need more people in cybersecurity, you guys, so that when we have people like myself and maybe like you that are suffering from password fatigue, we can have us making and changing some of the laws, okay? We must reject not only the stereotypes that others hold of us, but also the stereotypes that we hold of ourselves. Also by Shirley Chisholm. Okay? So, how do I go from here? Yes, here got one more. If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Now that's just an ancient African proverb, which I love, because basically it allows us to embrace each other and a more powerful, more strong, and more close of a bond. Okay? Like I said, this password fatigue is real, and you're not in it by yourself. I'm dealing with it too, you guys. Hang in there. It's only going to get better. Let's get into some statistics, yes, shall we? Okay. Average number of passwords per person. A 2020 survey revealed that the type user manages approximately 100 passwords. Wow. A reused password. A significant number of individuals reuse passwords across multiple sites, with 32% global respondents admitting to reusing passwords across 5 to 10 sites. Reliance on memory. Only half, 55% globally, can remember their passwords. So when I say I'm not alone, I'm not alone. I cannot remember them. I'm exhausted. I don't even care if anybody takes my identity. You can have me. You can have it. Okay, so including online documents are 43% with messaging, 41% verbally, 31% on paper, which is weak. Okay? The password, I got something else. So password as their password, 52% use easily identifiable information such as a company name or a pet name, Bianca St. Crystal, my dog, or making their accounts more vulnerable to breaches. Remember that. That's why they don't want us to reuse passwords. I know. Anyway, these statistics underscore the widespread nature of password fatigue, and they're associated with security risk. So to fight this, you guys, we're going to be adopting password managers, enabling multi-factor authentication, and transitioning to passwordless authentication methods as soon as possible. As soon as possible. And I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I'm all here for it. So this week, we're going to be doing 3 days of can you see it? Yeah. 3 days of password fatigue, because it's such a huge thing that I just feel like one video is not going to be enough to even close to do justice to it. It's just too much to unpack. This was my intro into it, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about myself for just a second, if you don't mind. When I was in college and dealing with password fatigue, there was no one to tell me that that's what I was going through, because I didn't even know that that's what it was. I just know that I was extremely exhausted. I couldn't remember them. They kept telling me my password was weak, so I had to keep changing it. I couldn't have the same password for different apps, and I was like, already, I'm sure I was showing major problems of exhaustion and fatigue. And I wondered to myself, like, gosh, am I the only one going through this? Like, this is terrible. I want to get off of the password roller coaster ride. It was a major drop. And I just realized, like, that would stress me out. Every time I got ready to, like, take care of something or log in for school, I would just, like, start going through, like, this emotional, dampening of the spirits, we'll just say. And I didn't know until later that that was me suffering from password fatigue. I had no idea that it was swallowing me. There. Yep. It was swallowing me up whole. And now it just feels good that we have something that we can see a statistic attached to it, that I know that I'm not the only one that's dealing with password fatigue. And if you're out there and you're dealing with password fatigue and you're trying to figure out, how do I combat this? They say I can't write it down because that's supposed to be 20% weaker than any other type of password. You can't do it by memory. Only 55% in the world is able to actually remember over 200 passwords. That's a lot of passwords. Yep. If you guys got any other options for password fatigue, and if you've dealt with password fatigue, please leave it in the comments below. And don't forget, when it comes to this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe at Amasia Star. Like I said, we're going to do 3 days of password fatigue. Please tune in again tomorrow. Why? Because I need you. And hopefully my all-stars need me as well. Okay, so I appreciate you guys. Every time you guys we get together, every time we bond, I appreciate it so much. I feel all the love. I feel all the kisses. I feel all the support on my channel. And even if you're not suffering from password fatigue, but you know somebody that might, that have a lot of logins. Also, one of the great things that we're going to be moving into is that eventually we're not going to have the long passwords anymore where it's like J, K, apostrophe, hashtag. No, we're going to be moving into something more simpler. So I'm looking forward to Passkeys, and some of you are already using them. And I'm also looking forward to what's coming in the future, which will basically be no passwords. Yay. All right, well, I'm signing off. Au revoir. Adios. Goodbye. Hota fez. That's all I know for right now. New languages coming soon, right? Bye.